Hey guys, so now that you've finished your homework on the basics and the understanding of what your brand should be, we are now going to jump into how to take that and all the homework that you've done and make your brand and help all of your touches with your clients embody that brand. So there's a couple things that we're going to do here. First, we need to talk about a mission statement. The best place to start with is why. What is your why? I don't know if you guys have read the book written by Simon Sinek. Great book, and I definitely recommend you read that. But what is your why? Why are you doing this? Why is your company out there helping people? Why are you invested in this? What fuels you? What makes you want to work with that ideal client? We want to create that mission statement just so that we have a clear path to why we're doing this. And it's something that you can reflect. I mean, if you're an agent, this is something you can tell people when you're in your listing appointments. If you're a wholesaler or an investor, something that you tell somebody as you're making them an offer. This can make a difference in how somebody feels towards the offer that you bring to them. So very important to know what is your why. And make that into your mission statement. Why is your company out there doing what it does? What fuels you? Second, we're going to talk some core values. I want you to list out the core values, and this is a little bit about what we talked about in the homework. The core values that will attract your customer. Remember we talked about Jack and what would bring him to you? What core values, what unique values, what things that are so important to you and that you want instilled in your business and in the way that you do things, that they have to be those things that will attract that ideal customer. So write those down, and from these two things, I want you to create a tagline. Now, a tagline is a short statement that will state this will be what people will know your business as. This is something that you can reflect in your marketing, that somebody will know within seconds what your business embodies, what an experience with you means, what that would be like to work with you. And this is going to be a little hard. This is going to be difficult, but take some time. Think about it. What do you want your business to have? What do you want people to think the first time they see some marketing from your business? What's going to be important to them to know? Remember, we talked about Jack for our example that had a sense of community and a belonging because whoever he was working with really knew the community and knew those that he knew and made him feel comfortable because of that sense of community. So maybe it's something like creating a tagline based around we are all one. You know, when you work with us, we jump into your lives, or we make sure that you have a voice. Things like that makes him feel a sense of community. It makes him feel part of the process. That could be something that you create your tagline around. So, for example, some examples of other businesses that have tagline, like, you know, we all know Nike. The "Just Do It" is a huge tagline that everybody knows, and that's something that you can kind of take an example of, a very simple line that everybody can kind of recognize from your business. So create a tagline. And lastly, this is the most important part. This is what makes your brand, this is what makes your website embody that brand that you're creating. That feeling of that, what everyone knows and how everyone should feel and what attracts people to your business. How do we embody that feeling into everything you're doing? And what I recommend doing is taking these core values that we say that will attract your ideal client and putting them down and saying, how will every touch reflect a core value? So on a website, maybe one of my core values is, you know, I'm very good at listening to other people, and I know that that's important to somebody in a real estate transaction. So I am going to put onto my website that you have a voice and that you'll be heard. And I'm going to embody that in there by saying, you know, you can message us any time of day, or you can reach out to us, and we'll be able to mediate and help you find the best solution for you, because we're interested in you. So making sure that that's found on your website. When someone goes to your website, they see that they feel that you're somebody that they could go towards and say, hey, I've got this problem, I need a solution, and you're the one that can fix it. Making sure that's on your social media. And sometimes on your social media, it's just as easy as coming out and just saying it. You know, putting it in your tagline on your social media page. Making sure it's in your posts. Make sure it's in the videos that you talk about. When you go through and you make a video about you and your business, you make sure that your core values are listed there. That you come out and say them, because that is your brand. That is why somebody would work with you. So making sure that that's there. Face-to-face interactions. If you're somebody who says, hey, you know, like we were talking about the example of you're heard. Making sure when you're talking to someone, maybe you're door knocking, maybe you go to, if you're a wholesaler, you walk into the property to make an offer. You let them know from the beginning, hey, it's important to me that you feel heard. So I want you to be able to say it or interrupt or, you know, go over whenever you need to go over. Ask any question that you need to ask, because that's important to me. And that's part of your brand, and that will build. Any of your traditional marketing, making sure that this is a good way. Taglines are really good to throw into your traditional marketing so that people understand what your business offers, what your branding, how your branding is embodied into your business. So using that tagline will be really important here in your traditional marketing. Your SEO, what do you have on your website? You know, it's awesome in all of your SEO to include your core values. So making sure that those values are in there, and they will help find people that are interested in what you have to offer. And then lastly, you know, like a portfolio, like a list for, I use the word portfolio for things like listing appointments or seller presentations, or, you know, if you're a cash buyer, or, you know, a cash buyer presentation, what you are presenting to your potential client. You want to make sure these core values are in that portfolio. That will help them see and realize and know that this can be a safe transaction for them, and they know who they're dealing with. And that's super important when it comes to this. All right, guys, that's it for today. We would love to hear any feedback that you guys have, and please, please, please share this with people who need to hear this. It's why we do it, is to try to help as many people as we can. And so if you know somebody, tag them or share this on your page to other people that work in the real estate industry that could use help learning how to do more marketing, especially digital, and set up their brands and their marketing strategies to be able to succeed and make sure that they have a good lifelong business ahead of them. All right, guys, can't wait to hear your feedback. Make sure you comment and let us know if you have any questions.